Once Mr. Floyd had stopped resisting, that should have stopped.
It was a critical day at the murder trial of the former police officer charged with the murder of George Floyd. As the proceedings enter a second week, the police chief who fired Derek Chauvin and 3 other officers took the stand.
To continue to apply that level of force to a person proned out, handcuffed behind their back, is not part of our training, and it is certainly not part of our ethics or our values.
It was Minneapolis Police Chief Derek Arredondo who decided to fire Chauvin after he kneeled on Floyd's neck for more than 9 minutes during an arrest last year. Arredondo has gone on the record as saying those actions amounted to murder. Chauvin has pleaded not guilty, claiming he was simply following his training. The prosecution going to great lengths to outline that the Minneapolis police force does have a policy for de-escalation and use of force.
Are Minneapolis police officers trained in the use of force?
Yes.
And are officers taught the standard that force must be reasonable at the time it is applied?
Yes.
Also taking the stand, the emergency room doctor who treated Floyd immediately after he arrived at hospital.
Mr. Floyd had been in arrest for, by this time, 60 minutes. I determined that the likelihood of any meaningful outcome was far below 1%. And that we would not be able to resuscitate Mr. Floyd, and so I then pronounced him dead.
Dr. Bradford Langenfeld testifying that asphyxia likely caused Floyd to go into cardiac arrest. Defense lawyers argued instead that pre-existing health conditions and drug use may have also led to Floyd's asphyxiation. Speaking to CNN, a lawyer for the Floyd family says that defense isn't likely to work.
They're desperate. They're trying everything. They're blaming the fire department, saying they were delayed. They're blaming, fellow officers. They're just looking for any type of excuse.
For City News, I'm Natividad.